Lobster, bacon, macaroni and cheese. Seriously, do I need to say anything else? I said to Max earlier today, it's a pretty easy recipe. Kind of goes together like that. And yet I'm looking at almost every f***ing pot and pan I own, which apparently makes it not quite so simple. But still, it will be ridiculously epic. We start with our lobster. And when I say that, I mean beautiful lobster tails. Hello, fellas. See, I called them boys. I don't know why. At this point, we want to take our lobster out, and here's what I like to do. I'll take a pair of good kitchen shears, cut up the middle of the shell to the tail, spread it open, take out the lobster meat. Like that. It's a solid piece of frickin' lobster, man. It's gonna be tremendous. And repeat. The shell in our hand, up the back of the shell, and you keep the point of the scissors against the shell. Bust it open, and out it comes. And here's what's interesting, the two different color lobster tails. This is more pink. The color of the tail meat is dependent on what the lobster itself eats. So clearly this has been eating, I don't know, something pinker or redder, and this is not. But now that we've got them, let's cut them up. And the goal at this point is really to put these into bite-sized pieces, because that's how you want to eat them. So we'll cut this guy down the middle. And like this, right? And continue. You know, I like to say, look, think about how your guests or you are going to eat something. You can't give them a piece of lobster this big. And I know there's some guy out there on his couch, super stoned, in his underpants going, oh, dude, yeah, you can give me that in a bite, but come on, that's really not reasonable. So make it into pieces that are fine in a bite on the end of a fork, right? And by the way, I have no issues with you being in your underpants or stoned. I'm just saying, you think about your guests. And continue with the second tail. And when you've got everything cut up, they go into a non-stick pan with a little butter already melting. And by the way, don't worry about too much butter at this point, because butter is a lobster's best friend. In it goes. And so at this point, our goal is simple. We want to cook it slowly and gently. So right now it's only butter in here, which is great. So once you've got it starting to get just a little cooked, a little, spit in the pan about, a minute. Gonna add a couple things. One is some beautiful fresh garlic. Oh my goodness. A little salt and pepper. We continue to mix. And when it becomes not translucent, you can't see through it anymore, we take it off. Next is bacon. Oh, look, I said lobster, bacon, mac and cheese. Here's the bacon. It's about half a pound. In it goes. So the goal at this point is just get this, you know, sort of medium crispy. Mix it. Leave it on the heat. Let it do its thing. And we will now attend to the all-important cheese sauce. We start with 3/4 cup of butter in our pot. Oh, it's a little hot. My bad. And an equal amount of flour. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're making a roux. And we mix. And this combination of butter and flour, all melted and turned into this thick pasty stuff, is going to be a thickening agent and really fantastic. So we let that do its thing for a second. We don't want the flour to have its sort of raw flavor to it. And while the roux cooks, we put some milk to a pot. Lovely. We had some seafood stock that you can just buy in a can, like I did, and a couple tablespoons of vermouth, or white wine if you have it. We let that heat. Okay, so the milk, the seafood stock, and the vermouth is warm, and now we add it to our little roux. Come on, let's go. Lovely. We mix. Look, there's no right or wrong way, left or right or left. It's all good. This is not like Australia or New Zealand, or the toilets flush in a certain direction opposite to us. And I don't even know if that's true, actually. And as this starts to thicken a little bit,
we're probably going to get about 5,000 comments from British subscribers telling us.
I don't know. Is that true?
True.
Do you know if that's true?
I've heard that. I don't know if it's true either.
I don't know if it's true. I can't believe that's true. But our goal right now, regardless of how you stir, is to let this start to thicken. And when it does, we add our cheeses. And those consist of 8 ounces of a combo pepper jack cheddar, 8 ounces of cream cheese, 6 ounces of Gruyere, which is a really freaking delicious Swiss, and 3 ounces of Parmesan. You good?
3 ounces of Parmesan on the Evo.
3 ounces of Parmesan. Say it. Somebody say it, please.
And we mix.
No.
Nice, Joey. What?
And we
salt
add
and pepper.
And we add salt and pepper. Don't jump the gun on me. Now we mix. What's the goal here? The goal is creamy mac and cheese. Oh boy, look at this. Look at that dripping chunk of cream cheese. By the way, the name of my new band, Dripping Chunk of Cream Cheese. So look what's in here. A bunch of stuff. Oh crap, I forgot something. Ready? We have to cook our pasta, and here's what I'm using. I'm using rigatoni. And before people start to squeal and go, no, no, it needs to be elbow macaroni, bite me and get your own YouTube channel. This is what I'm using. And I'm using it because it's a freaking tunnel that holds the shit on the inside, making them cheesier, baconier, and lobsterier. However you would say that. Stir it and let that cook. And yes, of course, I would never generally cook with a whisk because that would happen. They'd get stuck inside. But when you put pasta in water, you have to stir it right away or it'll stick. And for those of you that are about to comment on the site and say, oh no, add oil to the water, don't add oil. Just freaking stir it, it'll be fine. Honestly, people are out there wasting olive oil or whatever oil you're going to use. Don't do that. Please. See how calm I'm being? Max and I just had a massive fight. For like, can we show any of it?
Fine.
Noises you were making.
I know, but instead of going, oh, do you need me to do something? You were like, what?
I did not say that.
Okay, we don't need to talk about it.
All right, don't, because I will freak out. Look, we call this a reality cooking show in the sense that whatever really happens when we're cooking, we show you. You did not need to see all of that. It was honestly uncomfortable for a couple minutes. I didn't talk, he didn't talk, Jilly didn't talk, nobody talked. It was super uncomfortable. You know how like after you've got a pair of underwear for like 17 years and they just don't fit and they're all like crammed up in your junk and nothing's working and they're tight and that uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't think I've actually had underwear for 17 years. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean when I say uncomfortable. Like Like if there was other people here, they'd be like this. What's going on over there? But now look, now we've let's hug it out, bitch. We hugged it out, we're good. But this is what makes this better because we're arguing about how to do this, what this process is. And I don't care what people say about YouTube and you just put something, you just shoot some crap and you put it up. Yes, go ahead, shoot some crap and put it up. But we stress, we worry, we argue, we discuss over everything. We want it to be good for you. We don't want to give you shit. We want it to be good. And speaking of good, we're going to undercook the pasta. You'd normally get it in the water, whatever, boil it for 9 minutes or something like that. We're going to go half time because it's going to finish cooking when we bake it in the oven. The cheese sauce is ready. The pasta's basically now ready. Everything comes together and then it goes in, well, just watch because you're going to dig this part. We need a little crispy topping, and that's going to consist of, right here, Max. This, what is that?
Butter.
Good. Look how scared you are to say the wrong thing. Yes, it's butter, and we want to make it crispy, so we're going to add panko breadcrumbs. Fine, that's enough. And one more thing, just to add the whole like seafood concept to it. Ready? Boom. Some Old Bay seasoning. Yes, listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is that East Coast kind of, you know, I don't know what the hell you call it. Just, it's seafood boil, it's lobster, it's crab, it's whatever, but it does the right things to this. So we'll mix this up, we'll put it back on the heat, and then this is going on top of our ridiculously stupid lobster bacon mac and cheese. And so while the panko and the butter and the Old Bay get a little crispy, let's get ready. We'll drain our noodles and put it back in the pot. Oh boy. Remember, there's 2 more things to add. You know what this is gonna be like? Mental. And here's why I like rigatoni. You see these openings? They accept the sauce. These openings say, sauce, fill me up. Fill me up. Buttercup. Never mind. And don't forget, we have to add bacon. Oh my goodness. And lobster. Look, we're saving some bacon and lobster for the top because that's what you do. Oh God. If you could smell from here, you'd be like, what the F is happening? Oh, you'd know what was happening, baby. Let's put it into our baking dish. And in. Oh boy, are you kidding me? Look at that. And we still need to add. Are you ready, Max? Bacon, lobster. Oh, hello, beautiful lobster. And the breadcrumbs. I can tell you how it smells. It smells ridiculous. The only thing left to do, anybody want to guess? Put it in the oven. And in she goes. Okay, so the mac will now bake in the oven. I think maybe 20, 25 minutes, you know, until the top is lightly browned and gorgeous. Till it's beautifully baked. Beautifully baked. By the way, you can buy this shirt below. I had to say that. And when it's cheesy, bubbly, and looks like this, oh my God, out she comes. And here we go. Just look at this. The crispy overall, the pieces of bacon, the chunks of lobster in here. The creamy sauce, I mean, come on. This is macaroni and cheese at its best. I want this, 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 I want this. Oh, jeez. Look, when you pull right here, do you see that? You see that sauce underneath? Come on. Come on, come on. Should you have a bite? All right, here we go. Oh my God. The Old Bay, I forgot it's in the crumbs. Oh, the steam. Look at that. Oh. What? That's just gorgeous. It's just creamy. Look, sometimes it's stringy. This is creamy, and I love creamy. That's where I'm going with this. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at. Hello, everybody. Crispy, bacon, creamy, lobstery, gorgeousy. Please, can I have a bite, Max? Please, please, please. Pull up the shot. Let me just have a bite, please. The seafood stock, the Old Bay, the bacon, the 4 cheeses. Look, I know when you pull the macaroni up and there's the melty, stringy cheese, that's a sexy shot. But when that happens, it's not creamy. There's no stringy cheese when it's creamy, but when it's creamy, it's freaking luxurious. This is what's going on here. This is the mac I want. This is the lobster bacon mac you want. It's just, I know it's not October, November, December, January, February, but this is comfort heart food right here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thanks for being here. You got to make this. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. And don't forget, when you subscribe, hit the notifications bell so that you know when we send new episodes out. Because if you don't, then you're on your own. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but wouldn't you like to know ahead of all the pedestrians? I mean, they're just sometimes watchers. You guys are subscribed, legitimate. We're in, Sam. We want to know when that shit happens, watchers. So hit the notifications bell. We have some fun stuff coming up. Thank you for being there. Did I say next week was Burger Week? Oh, next week is Burger Week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 different burgers. Big, small. We're celebrating National Burger Month. And by the way, if you thought that the In-N-Out 4x4 burger that I held like this in my hand was the mountaintop of burgers, oh, it's not. And I'm not saying bigger's better. I'm just saying other shit's gonna be great. Excuse me while I gain like 700 pounds eating the rest of this. See ya. Have a good weekend.